Ladies and gentlemen, to Autobahn Country Club presents the Spec Miata Triple Crown Race. We are headed into heat race number 2 out of 3 for this fantastic Triple Crown series that we have today on our 2.1 mile South Track. Once again, my name is Kyle Nato, and sitting beside me is Julie Shostak, and we're going to be bringing you all the action and the insights in today's races. Right now, Julia, do you want to tell us the starting grid for the second heat race?
Why, yes, of course, Kyle. So what we're looking at for the second race is we have an inverted grid. So what that is that we inverted all 10 of our drivers, and they are now starting grid in this random order. And so...
Right. So the finishing order in the first race, how these competitors finish the race, we are actually now switching it up, mixing things up a little bit, if you will. And so it was a complete flip from the finishing order. So now if Taro Kashida, as we know, finished in first place, he is now starting 10th. Okay, Ethan Tyler was in second. He's finishing 9th. Jake Malter starting 8th because he finished 3rd, so on and so forth. So, Julia, go ahead, give us a rundown. Who is on pole position for this inverted field?
Well, we have number 25, Dave Hicks, in first position. We have Scott Ballard, number 190. We have Mike Ryan, who is 120. Greg Sorg, 71. Mike Brinatti, 8. Gavin Gleitzman, 51. And then, as Kyle had said, Matt Alexander, who is 157. Jake Malter, 69. Ethan Tyler, 08. And Taro Kashida, 60. And so this race is going to be really, really fascinating to watch, because now it's not just based off of who had the fastest qualifying time. Now we're going to see who can really go against each other.
Absolutely. And right now, these cars are on their first pace lap, and we are in car. We're riding along with Ethan Tyler, who had a phenomenal battle in that first race with Taro Kashida. So the young gun, Ethan Tyler, we're riding along with you throughout the entire race, so we're going to get some great shots here from our Sentinel in-car camera. Want to give a shout-out to Sentinel. Thank you for all of your support with these fantastic in-car cameras. So the field is now coming around. They've completed their first pace lap, and they are going to keep warming up those cars and those tires by swerving back and forth, getting ready for the start of our second heat race.
I can't help but notice, though, that Taro in the background, that he, as we were talking about before, is so methodical, that he's very analytical, thinking about what he's going to do. He was not warming up his tires as much as the others. And so it just makes you wonder, what exactly is all of their strategies? What's going through their head? How are they feeling? I think it's going to be fascinating to watch them and really do their best.
Absolutely. As we get this wonderful drone shot looking at that Lexus LC500 pace car, we want to thank Lexus for being one of our partners in the Autobahn fleet and showing off that gorgeous car. As they lead this field around, we get a great shot of the 120. That is Mike Ryan. And here, the graffiti-colored car of Greg Sorg, number 71. There's Gavin Gleitzman in the food and fuel. Gavin Gleitzman, our 14-year-old youngster, but he has a tremendous amount of experience. He has been racing in our kart series and now has moved into Spec Miatas. So we're going to be keeping an eye on Gleitzman to see how he does in this race. Right there, we were just flying above in the drone shot. overlooking Ethan Tyler. Also, he is our in-car camera for today. Now, we are coming around turn number 10. That means the lights are off on the pace car. Everyone is going to line up side by side, 2 by 2, coming down this big, long straightaway. This is between turns 10 and 11. It is 1,850 feet long, over 6 football fields where anything can happen, especially now that they are coming into turn 11. And in the first race, a lot of thrills and spills were happening in turn 11. Field is starting to grid up nicely as they await for the pace car to pull off and the green flag to drop.
We are getting so very close as we get out of the turn 13 and turn into the straightaway. And lights, camera, action! We are green flag and the cars are off. It looks like we have number 190 pulling ahead, Scott Ballard.
So the Ballard out in front. We were going 3 wide into turn 1. This is door handle to door handle, side-by-side racing into turn 3. Everyone makes it out clean and green. What a great first couple of corners. We see some action happening in the back of the field right there that looks like Mike Ryan mixing it up with Matt Alexander in the 157. Great shots as they come flying through turn 5, getting a little wiggle from some of these competitors, but the car's settling back down. Up in front, Ballard still out in front, followed by Sorg. Gavin Gleitzman in that 5-1 is, oh, look at that. Jake Malter looking to the inside to get around Greg Sorg. Looks like he has it, and Gavin Gleitzman following suit as well. So, fantastic move by Jake Malter and Gavin Gleitzman, and that just means Greg Sorg is going to have to claw his way back up to the front.
And I am sure we will see that as we pan to Ethan Tyler going upwards of 80 miles down the straightaway. He is in 10th place, and we are going into turn 11. Oh, it looks like, yes, 5-1. He is trying to overcome. Oh, yes.
He's got the inside. He's in the inside. Gavin Gleitzman. Fantastic move in the final corner of turn 13 to move into second place. Jake Malter also out in front was able to get around Ballard, who slips into third place. Some nose-to-tail contact, and Matt Alexander into the back of Ballard, and unfortunately 2 cars are off. Looks like that is Matt Alexander had to pay the price for that contact as they both get back onto track. Ballard is not going to be happy with that, but we are still clean and green, and there's plenty of laps left. Look at the onboard of Ethan Tyler just being towed around this racetrack. Is looking for any kind of opportunity. Right in front of him, his arch rival, that is Taro Kishida, I believe, right in front of Ethan Tyler. But this is fantastic racing as we are getting well over 80 miles an hour through some of the fastest portions of this corner. And speaking of being fast, oh, there's so much action going on everywhere on this racetrack. This is a nail biter, folks. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of this racing action. But right now, Greg Sorg putting the heat on the 120 of Mike Ryan, trying the inside. And we're back on board. Let's see what these drivers see as a little bit of movement. Does Taro go to the inside? And does Ethan Tyler follow him into the hard braking zone of turn 11? A quick right-hander and then a left-hander for 12. Looks like they were... Oh, Greg Sorg comes back into the picture, says, nah, not today, Taro.
It is incredible how close they get to each other, and as we saw before, sometimes that results in contact and you coming off the track. But we are still green. We are still going so hard, and it looks like there's a battle.
Ethan Tyler, again, trying to get around Greg Sorg. Both of these drivers have a tremendous amount of experience, so there's some great racing as we get another absolutely picturesque view from these drone shots. And there in the 120 black and blue, that is Mike Ryan. As they come around, you can see just how fast they are taking some of these corners. But right now, out in front, Jake Malter in that red, white, and blue 6'9", with Gavin Gleitzman. Both of these drivers, I believe, are under the ages of 21, and they are giving us a run for their money. That's for sure. In the back, going into turn 8, looks like a couple of competitors trying to make some moves as well as they try to get onto the podium and finish well in this second heat race.
It is honestly crazy how far our two leaders have pulled ahead that are some of our youngest competitors. And speaking with them earlier this morning, we had Gavin Gleitzman. He was so calm, so collected. Look at them going around the corners, nose to tail. Oh my goodness.
So Gavin Gleitzman has racing in his blood. His father, Jamie Gleitzman, is, I believe, a 3-time champion here. What a fantastic view here by the Sentinel in-car camera. Let's see what Ethan Tyler, he's going to move to the inside. Can he make it stick through turn 1? Yes, as he threads his way through the field. Greg Sorg with a mistake that just slides off track. It's going to slow him down ever so slightly. Greg Sorg not really known for making mistakes out on track, so that's very unusual from that graffiti car, number 71. Let's see what he can do as the laps start winding down.
We still have, it is 9 laps to go. We still have, so much has happened in only these, oh my God.
Oh my God, only, we still have 9 laps to go. This is astronomical. I mean, you would think that these competitors are fighting on the last lap, but they're just finishing the second and third lap of this race. And there, Dave Hicks gets around, actually Matt Alexander trying to get around Dave Hicks, but Dave not allowing it. So Dave in the white roof car and Matt Alexander in the 157. So unfortunately, Matt Alexander has a lot of positions to make up after that contact with Scott Ballard. As you can see, we have 9 laps remaining. We have our timing in our upper left-hand corner. Matt Alexander going to make a move on the outside of turn 12. Can he come through in 13? And yes, he makes that work. And there is the 190 of Scott Ballard also making up some ground after being knocked off course. So the cars starting to spread themselves out, but still plenty of laps remaining and a lot more action as things start heating up.
And it is really important to note that we had Taro starting out in 10th position, but now he's in 4th position. Our number 1, Jake Malter, he started out on the grid in 8th position. So they really have climbed further and further. We have Gavin Gleitzman, he started out in 6th, and now he's 2nd, vying for that 1st position against Jake Malter, and they are really so close coming into that corner.
And that's what makes this Triple Crown so exciting, is because in this second heat race, we inverted that field. So it's mixing things up. And now the front runners starting from behind have to work their way through a field of other competitors. So real fun racing. This is just an absolute hoot to watch as these drivers using all of their skill to do their best today on this 2.1 mile South Circuit. Now, one thing that definitely has to be mentioned, Julia, is the weather. Okay, while you see on your screen, we've got sunny blue skies, big, fluffy, gorgeous clouds out there, but it is very warm. And heat is not a race car's friend, is it?
I would say they are almost enemies, to be quite honest. It makes the engine get hotter faster, the tires get hotter faster, and that's not good for racing on a track. And for the racers themselves, the drivers in their suits, it's sweaty, it's sticky, it's hot, it's humid. Inside the car, it can be almost hard to breathe at times with so much adrenaline coursing through your body. It's a lot to handle. Now, considering the past week where it's been almost to the hundreds, this is arguably the best weather we've had in quite a while, but still does not deny the fact that they are in very intense conditions and clearly doing so well with that.
Absolutely. It just goes to show the level of professionalism from these drivers. Speaking of these drivers, looks like Ethan Tyler was able to get around. Here we are on board with him once again. And I believe, is that Taro right behind it? In your upper left-hand corner, you can see a rear view camera. Man, he is just getting the draft coming down that big, long straightaway. Moves to the inside. Can he get around Ethan Tyler? Nope. Ethan Tyler shuts the door. But I believe that is the 6-0 of Tyler Kashida, which he was the winner in heat number 1. So, looks like halfway is this being displayed right now. So we have 6 laps remaining. It's still anybody's game, but right now Jake Malter holding off Gavin Gleitzman in that 5-1. Speaking of other battles going on, there's Greg Sorg and Matt Alexander as well. So, and you can tell different driving styles. Greg Sorg hanging it all out, going through turn 1. But Matt Alexander, very methodical. He's patient. He's biding his time. And right now is the time to strike as they go flying through the fast sweeper of turn 4. Looks like Matt Alexander was able to get around Greg Sorg. Let's see if those two can work together and catch up to the rest of the pack.
I have a feeling that they will be able to do so. Despite the differences in their styles, they clearly are so experienced. They are coming around the track so hot. It's incredibly impressive to see them coming down these straightaways into turn 8 and 10 and then down the straightaway to 11, which is where they have the ability to go the fastest. We sometimes see them side by side, but it looks like they're all in a line. Hopefully we can see some action more going into turn 11 and 13. And now here we are.
You want action? You got it. Look at this battle. Taro Kashida once again trying to make some moves. Now, in the first race, we were talking because you interviewed Taro in the driver's meeting, and you noted that he's very analytical, very precise, and that is Taro to a T. He is the professor, okay, because he does his homework, and now he is being patient, biding his time, waiting to get around Ethan Tyler. But Ethan Tyler is no slouch either. Again, just recently graduated from Princeton University with a double major, extremely smart and talented young driver, Ethan Tyler. So some great battles going on between those two. We're just going to have to wait and see, find out who comes out on top today. All right, the laps are starting to wind down, but Gleitzman still looking for an opportunity to get around Jake Malter. Phenomenal driving by Malter right now. And Mike Bernardi in that red and black Spec Miata sitting currently in third place. Then coming down the line, you've got Ethan Tyler and Taro looking, but I don't think he's going to be able to make a move just yet. Turn 11 has seemed to be the hot spot for drivers wanting to pass. Another great opportunity is going to be coming up right here in turn 1. So watch that camera in the upper left-hand corner. See if Taro makes a move, or does Ethan Tyler try to make a move on the car in front of him, Mike Bernardi, which Bernardi, multiple Spec Miata champion here at Autobahn as well. He is going to be a difficult driver to get around. Look how close they are. Wow, just some great precision driving by all of these competitors here at Autobahn. And you can see just how fast as they're picking up speed coming in through that fast sweeper of turn 4. Bernardi, just a tap of the brakes, trying to get the nose settled in to help that car rotate through turn 4, now into 5. As we wait for, look at that great shot. Malter with an unusual mistake. He goes off into the grass at turn 6. Not quite sure what happened there, but Gleitzman capitalizes. What a shock.
Gleitzman must be so happy. And now we have, oh my goodness, we have
Ethan Tyler also capitalizing as well. He got around Mike Bernardi. And can Taro also get around Bernardi? But Taro and Mike Bernardi, great friends off the racetrack. But as we discussed before, there is no love loss between drivers here on this South track. So now they're going to be coming down into turn 11. It is Gleitzman out on top with Tyler, Bernardi. Oh, Taro running a little wide. I think he's going to try and get a run on Bernardi down the front straightaway as we come across the timing line. And you see the Gallagher starts stand. We want to thank Gallagher Asphalt for all that they do here at Autobahn. But right now, what an exciting race. 3 laps remain, and it's still anybody's game.
Taro is really trying to make that move on Mike
Bernardi. Yeah.
and it seems as though he might be able to, because of his analytical and methodical approach. He's just waiting for the exact right moment not to make any type of mistake, because as we saw before, unfortunately, things can happen. And now we have Gavin Gleitzman, our youngest member, 14 years old, on the track, pulling ahead. And we have then Ethan Tyler starting out from 9th position into 2nd position. It's possible that he might try to vie for first.
It is crazy that the 14-year-old Gavin Gleitzman is out racing around. I think back what I was doing when I was 14. I definitely was not racing in a highly competitive field in Spec Miata such as this. But like I said, the Gleitzmans, they have racing in their blood. But can Gavin hold off Ethan Tyler? We will see as the train of Spec Miatas come through. There's Jake Malter. Also, he's done a very nice job to recover from that earlier mistake. But here we go. With the laps counting down, there are going to be 2 laps remaining. Tyler looking to make his move to go onto the inside. Can Gavin Gleitzman, will he give him room? He does. So great driving, but can he do the over-under and get that position back? Oh, that's some elbows out racing right there. Gleitzman takes it back. Oh, this is phenomenal racing. Oh, 2 wide through 4. Oh, man, we're going to see if this how this plays out. And Gleitzman still out in front. Oh, my gosh. This is just absolutely great racing. Good, clean, wholesome racing. Fantastic. Mike Bernardi actually is sitting in 3rd in that red and black Miata. We talked about this. He likes to sit back and wait. So maybe he's waiting for them, the 2 front runners, to make a mistake and for Bernardi just to jump in and pounce and capitalize. But again, you've got Taro right there in that silver 6-0, and he's looking to make a move as well. As the RPMs and the miles an hour speedos increase. Oh my gosh, they are going to go door handle to door handle, hard into braking zone, into turn 11. Who's going to come out on top? It's anyone's guess.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, some great racing. And look, Bernardi, what did I say? He's going to make a move. Oh, but the door gets slammed in his face as, oh my gosh, the white flag being displayed. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out dogfight going into turn one. It's Tyler around Gleitzman. Can he hold him off? It's anybody's game. Oh, my gosh. This is just too much fun.
This is exactly why we love racing, because you are both looking ahead but also looking back. You have to be defensive in your racing style. We have Ethan Tyler pulling ahead next to Gavin Gleitzman. It still could be anyone's race as we are on one lap to go into this turn. We have Ethan Tyler right behind.
And folks, this isn't even the end of the race. We still have one more race to go. So they are fighting like cats and dogs. Look how close they're getting. And Gavin Gleitzman gets out in front in turn 8, runs a little wide. And now Tyler with the over-under can't make it work going in through patience at turn 9. Can he get a good run coming out of turn 10? Look at these two fierce competitors. Tyler breaking the draft, trying to move on Gleitzman. He's got the inside line into turn 11. Who's it going to be? Oh, my God. Oh, there's contact. Oh, no. So, looks like Gleitzman and Ethan Tyler go off course. That is a golden opportunity for Taro Kashida and Mike Bernardi to take the checkered flag. It's Taro.
Oh, my God.
Taro Jake taking the checker flag with Mike Bernardi. Jake Malter with a fantastic drive moves into third place. Oh my gosh, my heart is racing. What a fantastic race here. Huh. As the rest of the field comes across the line, rounding it out, there is Scott Ballard with an unfortunate race. He is going to want to make up for that in the third race, which is going to be coming up shortly. But folks, this is what we do here at Autobahn Country Club. This is just good, wholesome fun. And it's fun for the entire family. So be sure to bring your friends and family out to Autobahn Country Club because you want to share all this action, all this excitement, and share it with your friends and family. And also, I encourage you to share this live stream as well. So click that like and subscribe button. And you know what? Send this race to everyone on your social media platforms, your Facebooks, your Instagrams, and show the world that we have world-class racing here at Autobahn Country Club. But wow, definitely heart racing and heartbreaking for some drivers. Just great. Here, we're getting overhead, dare I say, the Goodyear blimp shot of the entire Autobahn Country Club. We've got over 360 acres here, and we're looking out at a 3.5-mile road course. Now, today we are driving on just the south track. So we're racing on south track, which is 2.1 miles, but we also have a north track, which members are lapping on today. So they're not racing, they're just driving their fun cars out on north track. And we also have our go-kart track, which we have some racing going on there. But here are the official Spec Miata top 10 results.
And Taro Kashida takes the #1 place after starting out in the 10th position. You couldn't ask for a better result. We have Mike Bernardi in second, Jake Malter in third, Gavin Gleitzman in fourth after that unfortunate event in the last lap, Matt Alexander in fifth, Ethan Tyler sixth, Mike Ryan in seventh, Greg Song in eighth, Dave Hicks in ninth, and lastly, Scott Ballard in 10th. But a wonderful race from them all.
Absolutely. Now we're getting ready for our SM2 race that is going to be coming up in just a few moments here. So sit tight. Plenty of racing action going on as we get some beautiful drone shots coming around as the field lines up on grid here. Let's also take a moment to let's kick it over to some of our commercials so this way we can get paid here.
at the acclaimed Daytona International Speedway to show the Blazer EVSS in a way it's never been seen. It's beautiful with a sleek and dynamic design, but performance is in our DNA. And what better way to put the Blazer EVSS to the paces than having Team Chevy NASCAR drivers Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain get behind the wheel.
She looks fast.
Sure does.
You want to see what she's got?
Let's go.
All right. Yoo!
This is a Blazer EVSS. Let's see what wild mode can do.
Let's go. Yes! So much torque.
This is what performance sounds like.
What a ride. You think the Cup car will be that smooth? My turn to drive.
From 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Experience the sound of performance.
Yeah, I was definitely faster than Daniel.
Welcome to Kart Circuit Autobahn, home of the best arrive and drive karting in the Chicagoland area. This is our brand new fleet of CRG Centurion rental karts that go 50 miles an hour. They're fast, fun, and safe. They are also built for the driver that has the need for speed. Come on out and show us what you got.
Defying nature. It's what defines the all-new 2024 Corvette E-Ray. The quickest Corvette ever, with 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. An electrified all-wheel drive that handles all 4 seasons. A supercar of contrasts. It's everything you never expected. One like none.
At Lexus, our motto is you have to feel it to believe it. Experience the exhilaration of the Lexus Performance line.
In motorsports, a driver has to be at peak performance the moment they put on their helmet. There's no compromises, no room for error, and definitely no excuses. That's why Autobahn is excited to announce our latest series called Time Attack. On Sundays of festival weekends, members are invited to bring their street legal, unmodified cars to compete for timed laps around our 3.5-mile road course. What is Time Attack? It's a single car, one-lap test of a driver's ability to push their vehicle to the absolute limits against the clock in order to achieve the fastest lap possible. We have 2 classes, cars under 300 horsepower and over 300 horsepower. But it's not just about raw power, it's the combination of driver skill and performance. That's it. You need to lay it all on the line for that one perfect lap. Can you perform under that pressure? Do you have what it takes to become Autobahn's first Time Attack champion?
Defying nature. It's what defines the all-new 2024 Corvette E-Ray. The quickest Corvette ever, with 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. An electrified all-wheel drive that handles all 4 seasons. A supercar of contrasts. It's everything you never expected. One like none.
Lexus. Our motto is you have to feel it to believe it. Experience the exhilaration of the Lexus Performance line.
Defying nature. It's what defines the all-new 2024 Corvette E-Ray. The quickest Corvette ever, with 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. An electrified all-wheel drive that handles all 4 seasons. A supercar of contrasts. It's everything you never expected. One like none.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. as we get started for our SM2 race. This is race number 2 out of 3 in the Autobahn Triple Crown. As the cars are lining up on grid and our fierce competitors are climbing into their 2,400 pounds of steel steeds, ready to do battle out on our 2.1 mile south track. Julia, why don't you run through the field and tell us who our competitors are in this race?
Well, of course, Kyle. Similar to the Spec Miata race right before this, we will be doing an inverted grid for the top 10 out of 14 positions. So in position 1, we have Norm Malter. In 2, we have Gary Traverso. 3 is Alan Zolcher. 4, Tim Miller. 5, Bruce Malter. So we have some brother competition. 6 is Chris DeMuzio. 7, Jeff Newman. 8, Sean Benet. 9, Emmett Ryan. 10, Kevin Lowridge, which we have our in-car footage from him. 11 is Adam Lavelle. 12, Andre Van Vuren. And 13, Bob Reisinger.
Okay, this is going to be another exciting race. And like Julia, you mentioned, we're inverting the field. We took the top 10 and inverted them. So Kevin Lafridge actually finished first in the first heat race, and now he is finishing 10th. So he's also going to be our in-car camera, so we're going to definitely get some great shots of him. We're going to see if he can kind of weave his way through the field and get back on top. Now, this race is all important because, again, your finishing positions, that's the correct associated number with it. So if you finish first, you get 1 point. The lowest amount of points after 3 races determines the overall winner today.
It's honestly like golf, except instead of golf being a rather arguably relaxing sport, motorsports racing is quite the opposite with all the adrenaline. And now we see our Lexus pace car coming out there, the LC500F Sport. Thank you again, Performance Fleet, for partnering with this soon. And Gallagher Asphalt, you can't miss that at the South Starter Stand. So thank you for them for keeping our track surface smooth and safe. That is exceptionally important for races, because if there's anything on the track, it's possible one of the cars could go off track, which we do not want. And we will be off in our pace car very, very soon as we see Grace, our starter.
Grace is actually on grid. Yep, we've got Chris up in the starter stand. Grace is showing the field that we have 1 minute to go. So drivers are making their final checks, getting mentally ready. Okay, and the strategy here for this race today, again, you want to finish as well as you can so you can get the lowest amount of points. Looking at some of our other sponsors, we want to definitely check out the new Maxim Insurance billboard located at South Turn 1. Watch for a new sign coming, and actually, there it is right there. You can call me Queen Bee, right? That's my best Beyonce. Okay, clearly
So good.
I am not the queen bee, but South Shore, Jaguar, and Land Rover are also sponsoring. They've got some great advertising you'll see around the property here at Autobahn. Some pretty clever stuff like calling me Queen Bee.
Kyle, I think you are the queen bee in all of our hearts. And on that note, the pace car is out for the first lap for the SM2 Race 2. It is so exciting. We see all of our cars out. As I said, we have a Norm Malter in first position, 008, and coming up in the rear is 808 Bob Reisinger. It'll be really interesting to see, like Kyle was saying, Kevin Laride, is he going to be able
Leffridge.
Leffridge, huh? If he's going to be able to, kind of like Taro in the last race, move his way all the way up to first position from 10th.
All right, so you had mentioned 808 Bob Reisinger. He had an unfortunate mishap in turn 6, where he did go off into the grass and made contact with the wall, but he was able to repair that car and get back on track for this second race. So keep an eye on Bob back there in the 808 silver car. And we get these beautiful drone shots of the field coming around. So Norm Malter in that black and red Spec Miata 008. Norm leading this pack right now with the 72 of Gary Traverso, the orange roof and black top. Alan Zolcher in the all orange with the blue door is currently going to be starting in third place. Tim Miller with a beautifully wrapped 710 Spec Miata. Then you've got the all-white 427 of Bruce Malter as we start making our way through the field. And then you've got the 06 all-red of Chris DiMizio, followed by the 229 of Jeff Newman. Again, the assassin lies in wait and is ready to pounce at a moment's notice. That's Jeff Newman in a nutshell right there. Number 27, Sean Benet. Sean Benet is part of a racing family here. They have a beautiful Garage Mahal on the South Track. He's got plenty of friends and family cheering him on today. Speaking of friends and family, we also have the number 81, the Wonder Bread car after Ricky Bobby, Emmett Ryan, who his family is also racing today as well. In the 10th spot, you've got Kevin Laffridge in the white and blue hood car coming past us right now. And then you've got the number 66, Adam Lavelle, and the 007, the South African himself, Andre Van Vuren. And then there's the 808 of Bob Reisinger. So that is your field. 13 lucky cars are going to be taking one more pace lap around the track before we go green. And Julia, I don't know how you could possibly top that first Spec Miata race, but we had lots of action in the first heat race in SM2. So just great entertainment coming from all of the drivers here.
I mean, I have a feeling that this race is going to be just as exciting as the last one, if not more exciting. We have so many strong players on the field, starting out in different positions on the field. I mean, how are we not going to see some incredible racing, incredible battling? Hopefully, like you said, we can have Bob Reisinger come back from the unfortunate accident that happened in the last race. Hopefully, we can have Kevin go all the way, see where he can take us with his car and the in-car camera.
Oh, Julia, I love your enthusiasm and your positivity. It sounds like you want everyone to win, but unfortunately, that's not how racing works. Okay, there has to be a clear winner, and we are definitely going to see some fireworks today on this racetrack. As they come around, the cars starting to line up. We are going to come into, this is turn 8 right now, coming into turn 9, which is called Patience. It's one of the slowest corners on the racetrack, and you really got to get turns 9 and 10 just right, so that way you can carry as much speed as you can headed down that big long straightaway between turn 10s and 11. So lights are out on the pace car, and that means we are about to go racing. Cars starting to double up 2 by 2 as they fly under that fantastic drone shot. So we get the field there. Here they go. Look how beautiful these race cars are as we prepare to go into battle. All right, once again, out in front, Norm Malter in that 008 car. He's got the inside line with Gary Traverso right on the outside. Alan Zolter and Tim Miller. Those are your top four right now. But we are watching Chris in the starter stand. And we are green flag racing as the cars start fanning out. Then we're going to go into turn 1, 2 wide. As Norm Malter taking that inside line. We got 3 wide in the back and mid-pack as cars are starting to shuffle themselves around. And then we get into that bottleneck of turn 3. But everyone clean and green. Bob going a little off into the grass, but was able to maintain it. Norm Malter opening up about a 2-car length lead. And Tim Miller and Jeff Newman battling it out. We've got a slow-moving vehicle in turn 3. Not quite sure. I believe, is that could be Adam Lavelle. Not quite sure. We're going to check in on that driver, make sure he's all right, as the rest of the field is coming through turn 7 and now into turn 8. Alan Zolcher on the inside trying to make a move on Gary Traverso. But right there, Emmett Ryan in that 8-1 tucking in behind Traverso. So great movement for Emmett Ryan as he moves his way through this field. But Norm Malter out in front. Alan Zolcher moves into second place. Gary Traverso drops back into third. Emmett Ryan is trying to get a run and also pass Traverso as well. Here they come down that that back straightaway between turns and 11, jockeying for position. There is Kevin Laffridge holding off Sean Bonet. They had some great battles in the previous race as they come in through 11 and now completing the first lap around this track. Wow, exciting stuff with this inverted field.
Kyle is so right that this is a race to win.
I am? I'm right.
For once, Kyle is right. And
look at that. Newman and Traverso battling it out. And Jeff Newman, the assassin, gets around Gary Traverso. So the field starts stringing themselves out. Norm Malter doing a great job leading this pack around. And as things are starting to get mixed up, some of the front runners, and if we look over at turn 6 as we come around, you can see that slow-moving vehicle has pulled off near a corner station, a nice safe place. So we are going to keep up with this action, but right now, who's making a move? The young gun, Emmett Ryan, trying to make a move on Allen, and yeah, he made that work. Okay. Oh, no. Allen says, not today, the youngster. Okay. As old age and treachery do battle with youth and vibrance. Oh, and Jeff Newman. Look at him.
The assassin.
The assassin. Oh, fantastic racing here. Oh, my gosh. This is so exciting. It's anybody's race right now. Norm Malter just says, hey, guys, you keep racing back there. I'm gonna keep leading this race. But Alan Zolcher out in front, and Newman slides into third place as Emmett Ryan is going to try and get around. But wow, fantastic stuff as the field comes around. This is only the second lap. Oh.
You are out of breath, understandably.
I'm overclumped over here.
I could not. That was an incredible move from Jeff Newman. You're so right that his name, the Assassin, he really does deserve that title. Yeah. And we have Norm Malter. He is getting, he's going to be past potentially Allen. Oh, there you go. And Jeff and potentially Emmett.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is so much fun. Emmett Ryan on the inside of turn 5 gets around, and there's Kevin Laffridge as well making up some spots. So able to get around Norm Malter. Not sure if Norm is having an issue. Maybe he's down on power, but he has dropped back into 5th position. But great heads-up racing by Alan Zolcher and Jeff Newman. And here goes Kevin Laffridge around Emmett Ryan. Oh, they go through turn 8. Ryan still out in front, was able to hold off the onslaught from Kevin Laffridge. Let's see what it looks like from Kevin Laffridge's viewpoint. As we get to the back straight, we're going to see potentially an in-car view from Kevin Laffridge. But right now, Jeff Newman is going to make a move into turn 11, and Newman gets around Zolcher. Oh, my gosh. And it looks like Kevin Laffridge wasn't able to capitalize and get around Ryan. But right now, our new leader is Jeff Newman in that 229. So Newman, where did he start? He started, currently was in 7th, and now is leading this race. Some more battles in the back of the pack. Looks like Benet trying to get around as they go too wide into turn 1. Oh my gosh, I don't think I have any fingernails left. I've just been chewing them off because this is such great racing here.
Did I not say that this race was probably going to be just as exciting, if not more exciting? We still have, some battle into turn 4.
That's Tim Miller.
Huh?
Tim Miller is fighting for every inch of this racetrack. Oh, look at that great shot as we come. That is turn 6, a very treacherous turn 6, as you can see, flying just feet over these cars as you get such a great view by CC Picks for You doing all of our drone work here. So big shout out to that phenomenal professional drone work that we have.
I mean, and that shot just really gives you a great angle on how much control they have to have over these cars so they don't go sliding off of the track. And they've done a fantastic job thus far. And look at them going down the straightaway. Jeff Newman,
But Kevin Laffridge has moved into 3rd place, so he was able to get around Emmett Ryan. And then it looks like, let's see, there's Gary Traverso, Norm Malter as well, but plenty of action. There's Chris DeMuzio in that all red Spec Miata right there. He's in that 06. Whew. Boy, this is just great racing here. Good, clean racing. Everyone's having a whole lot of fun. You can see all the spectators up on the observation deck cheering on their friends, their family, their fellow competitors. There's a great camaraderie that we have here at Autobahn. So as the field moves through turn 4, 8 laps remaining. Oh my gosh, it's like we're sitting on the exit of the corner. Oh, more phenomenal drone shots. Look how fast these competitors are working these cars around this track. You can really see how much effort it takes for them to drive a race car on the absolute limit. Speaking of limits, great battles for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. More battles in the mid-pack here. Norm Malter, and it looks like, let's see, that orange and black car, that might be Gary Traverso, number 72, and 427 of Bruce Malter mixing things up as well. Newman out in front, opening up that lead, and as they come down that 1,850-foot-long straightaway, here we go. Is anyone going to make a move in turn 11? Nope. Looks like everyone tucks in nicely, trying to get a draft, because every little bit of advantage can be beneficial in these races.
That is absolutely true. And we are going into turn 1. We see it looks like 81 Emmett Ryan is really trying to fight. And now we have
that's Bob. Bob making a move on the inside, getting around Chris DeMuzio. So 808, Bob Reisinger moving up a position. So not the greatest start, because he did go off into the grass in turn 3, but he is making up for it with his racecraft. I got to take a deep breath. I mean, I'm like Jesse Spano over here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Julia. Look at this. Look at it. Fighting it out in turn 6. 808 of Bob on the outside as cars figuring it out through turn 7. Tim Miller looking for an opportunity in the back, hoping some of these drivers make a mistake so he can capitalize. But right now, that all-white 427, I believe that is Bruce Malter. And then right behind him, you got Bob Reisinger as well. As the field comes along, everyone taking a quick breath before they head into some of these tumultuous turns and mix things up. Now, let's talk about what SM2 is, okay? Because we've been saying we've got Spec Miata, we've got SM2, okay? Spec Miata, these are the drivers that are out here practicing day in, day out. They are really working on their racecraft. SM2 is more for either rookie. Oh, we've had contact. Oh, no. Two cars coming together. That looks like Miller and Traverso. Oh, my gosh. As we zoom in, oh, it looks like Traverso lost a wheel. That most likely, with 6 laps remaining, I believe that's going to bring a safety car out. Traverso is moving in the vehicle, so it looks like he is all right. As we wait from word from our race director, Mike Gritter. And there it is. The double yellows come out. We are under full course caution. What that means is that there is no passing and that the pace car is going to come out. And this crew here at Autobahn Country Club is phenomenal. We're really hoping that they... Oh, we got a spin under yellow from Andre Van Vuren in that 007. An unlikely mistake from the South African as he gets that car underway. Maybe he just put a wheel off. Not quite sure what happened there, but under full course caution, we want you to slow down, bring the car under control. So maybe just a misstep from Van Vuren. And there you see the emergency flag is out. That means that we will be sending our emergency vehicles out on track to go pick up that disabled number 72 of Gary Traverso. Now, let's talk about the potential restart and what's going to happen, because all of these cars are going to get bunched back up. And that is not a good thing for our front runner, Jeff Newman, because he had a sizable gap. But that makes it exciting for all of you fans at home, because now we're probably going to go green here, hopefully fairly shortly. We're going to get the maintenance team out there to remove that disabled car, hopefully, and we'll go green. We're probably going to have either 1 or 2 laps left. But it also looks like we've got a slow-moving vehicle in turn 13, and that is Tim Miller. Off your screen, Tim Miller, I believe, is probably going to be pulling into pit lane. All right. So there, yes, Tim Miller does pull into pit lane. He was involved in that contact with Gary Traverso. So obviously he's got an issue with the car with the left front. And there, one of our performance shops, these are on-site performance shops, advanced performance, making quick work. And that's the great thing about these Spec Miatas is a lot of times you can just fix them with a hammer. So if you can hammer those pieces back into position, Tim Miller might be able to rejoin the field.
And that's exactly what this is. If there is a will, there is a way. These drivers, of course, they're going to be a little bit upset that this has happened. They've worked so hard to get to the positions that they are in. So once that we have the green flag, hopefully that will be happening soon as our safety team goes out to that disabled car and they make their quick work as they always do. We're going to see some insane action. I have no doubt about that. And Gary Newman, Jeff Newman.
Jeff Newman, he is not liking this full course yellow, that's for sure. But everyone behind him definitely is. Now, this brings up a great point. Here at Autobahn Country Club, we've got phenomenal racing, as you've been witnessing all day. But what we also do is we have a fantastic safety team as well. Safety is the priority around here. We can have some good, hard battles, but ultimately, here, you see right there, the Terrapelli Ford F-250. They're checking on the driver. They're making sure he's okay. And then we've got our maintenance team out there that is going to make quick work of that disabled vehicle. So there is Gary Traverso. I'm sure he's not very happy right now, but he appears to be okay. He's going to get checked out by our safety team. So we are advanced life support here at Autobahn. So what that means is those safety trucks have all the equipment for taking care of a driver, for extracting a driver out of a car, and then not to mention, you also saw in previous shots, we do have an ambulance on site, but thankfully, knock on wood, we're not going to need them today, but it's good to know that these young professionals are here to assist any of these drivers.
That's exactly it. This is a very professional place, and safety does come first. Of course, we want to have fun. We want to have a fantastic time, but safety is a part of that. And as we come to a close soon into corner 10 of our fourth lap, hopefully safety will continue to clean up 7-2 and that Newman will be okay. It looked like he was all right, just shaken, understandably so. I would be upset myself, I won't lie. But we're still going to see a wonderful race once we go green.
Oh, you said it, Julia. I mean, we're just lying in wait right now as the laps are winding down. Anticipation, great word right there. The drivers, the fans here, all just dripping with anticipation. Okay. There we go. As they come down that front straightaway, it reminds me of a great quote that to finish first you must finish. And unfortunately for Mr. Traverso, that's not going to happen today. But it's good to know that he will be back to fight again here shortly. Looks like it's a fairly simple repair as that car is getting, unfortunately, winched up onto our tilt bed. Great work by our safety and maintenance team to clear up that incident so that way, hopefully, we'll have just a few laps remaining that will be under green.
That's exactly it. The anticipation, I'm almost out of breath at the thought just to see when exactly we will be going green. I can't even imagine what these drivers are feeling right now, as I feel like their hands are probably shaking on the wheel as like an excited dog chasing after a squirrel or something, waiting to be able to go full throttle and really finish off this race as strong as possible.
Absolutely. Now, today we are featuring our Spec Miata races, okay? But again, here at Autobahn, we race everything and anything. So yesterday we had our GT races. In a few weeks, we're going to have an open wheel. We call it Wings and Things race, along with radical races as well. Down on the bottom of your screen, we do want to thank our race sponsors, Cutting Edge Graphics and First Bank Card Processing. I'm listening in to the race director. I believe the lights are going out on the pace car, so we may be getting a green flag, but we will see. All right, lights are out on the pace lap. It is going to be a single file start with Jeff Newman out in front. This is going to be a dogfight. There are going to be 2 laps. This is going to be just knockdown, drag out racing to the finish line. Who's going to come out on top, Julia?
I think there's no telling now. I think it's totally up in the air. Jeff Newman, of course, he really hopes to remain in first, but we have 8-1. We have Emmett Ryan. He's obviously as the pace car goes off.
Yeah. Here we go. The anticipation builds.
And
green flag.
The green flag goes.
Green flag is out. Newman with a nice sizable lead, but Kevin Laffridge on the outside of Alan Zolcher as they come around. Laffridge moves he's going to be in fourth place because he dips a wheel off into the dirt, and that's going to slow him down. So Newman pulls away into turn 4, that fast left-handed sweeper. Is that Van Vuren making a move? Oh, unfortunately can't get around, but Van Vuren trying to make up for that spin under the pace lap. But right now, we are clean and green around through turn 6 with only 2 laps remaining. It is going to be an exciting one here, folks. As the field is making their way now through turn 9, Newman still out in front. Zolcher second place. And that is Emmett Ryan currently in third place. Kevin Laffridge, the number 4 blue and white car. As they come down that back straightaway. Here we go, folks. All eyes on the track and into turn 11. No one making a move just yet. Do you think that they are saving for possibly a last lap kamikaze style run to get around and hopefully bring home the checkered flag? What do you think, Julia?
I think that's very possible as the checkered flag is out.
White flag.
White flag is out. We see 8-1 fighting against 4.
3 wide. 3 wide.
3.
Oh, my gosh.
And we have 4. Kevin has gone off and back on back.
Oh, no. Kevin Laffridge still in the grass trying to fight and bring that car under control as he brings it back onto turn 3. But unfortunately, that is going to make him drop way back. But still, Emmett Ryan is battling in that Wonderbread number 81. Let's see who he's battling. This is for third place and those precious Triple Crown points. He's battling, I believe that's number 27 of Sean Benet. So Sean Benet with a tremendous amount of experience trying to show the youngster Emmett Ryan what to do as they get at Sean Benet in front of his hometown crowd and his family in turn 8. He's got the inside move into turn number 9. But Benet gets around Ryan, and Benet with a good launch out of turn 10 is going to try and pull away from Ryan, but it looks like Ryan's got a little extra power, and he stays right on the rear of Benet.
As we're going lastly on the straightaway into turns 11 to...
Wiggle.
Yeah.
A wiggle from Benet. Can Emmett Ryan capitalize on it? And right now it looks like Jeff Newman takes home the checkered flag in heat number 2. Alan Zolcher, but it is a dogfight. Who's it going to be? It's Benet. Benet comes out and claims third place. Wow. Like a game show winner. I could not believe my eyes. Oh, my gosh. That was another phenomenal finish there. As we see that Gallagher Asphalt starts and finish line right there. Great racing from these drivers, but as Sean Benet comes out in third place, holding off Emmett Ryan as we await for the official results. Oh, wow. Great stuff that we have going in all of these races. Okay. Folks, jump in the chat on the Autobahn Country Club YouTube page. Let me know who your favorite driver is so far in Spec Miata 2. I mean, is it Jeff Newman, the quiet assassin that came from 7th place to win? Or is it Sean Benet with his friends and family cheering him on in their Garage Mahal at turn 8? I mean, well, there it is. There's the official results. Jeff Newman wins the SM2 Heat Race number 2 with Alan Zolker in second. Sean Benet ekes out third place with after just an absolute fight to the finish between him and Emmett Ryan. Norm Malter moving up into 5th place and right next to his brother. Oh, isn't that cute? Bruce Malter. Bob, 808 Bob Reisinger, right behind Bruce Malter. Chris DiMizio. Kevin Laffridge, unfortunately, knocked way down after dipping 2 wheels off, running wide in turn 1. You know what? They say you can't win a race going into turn 1, but you certainly can lose a race. And unfortunately, Kevin Laffridge learned that the hard way. And Andre Van Vieren had that spin under the pace lap, and that sealed his fate. But don't worry, folks, because we have one more SM2 race coming up, and that is going to determine who is going to be on the podium for SM2. Now, the results are coming in because we have our Spec Miata race coming up just shortly as we fly over our 0.6 of a mile go-kart track. Look at all that activity down there. We actually have a traveling series called the Margay Ignite Series that is here racing on our kart track. Look, there's some great racing. These are young up-and-coming drivers that in just a few years you might see racing in Spec Miata on the big track as well. But wow, look, they're going 3 wide, 4 wide in some places on the back half of the kart track. Now, we have outside series that come here. We have our own internal racing series as well called the Autobahn Kart League. And we also have public karting as well. Oh, look at that. Double checker flags with quite the flourish, might I add, as that starter is jumping in the air. Wow. So it looks like we have some great racing, not only on the big track, but the kart track. Just racing. That's what we do here at Autobahn Country Club.
Watching this, it really makes me want to be out there myself in a Miata or a go-kart or anything I could be. But that is what's so great about the kart track is that it is possible for you to rent it out and race with your friends, things like that, and kind of get a little mini feel for what our racers are feeling.
So that also goes back to the Autobahn Driver Academy, is we have a ladder program designed. We start you out in karts, and then when appropriate, you can move into cars. So it's all part of that ladder program to get you into professional racing. Now, speaking of professional racing, we do have a number of Autobahn members that actually participate in professional racing series. So our head instructor, Jordan Missig, is currently in Laguna Seca. He's racing Radical Cup right now. He also races in Indy Next. We have other members like Tony Davis that races Ferrari Challenge. Dave Meziul also races Ferrari Challenge. We've got beautiful looking race cars like this one, George Crass's. That's an LMP3 car. You just saw that car racing at Le Mans, and now it's here. And George Crass is, as you can tell, he's very excited, and I believe he's sleeping in his trailer. You could see him. Hey, George, give us a big wave. There, George Crass, one of our phenomenal drivers here at Autobahn Country Club, just taking in all the sights and sounds. You go back to sleep, my friend, and we're just going to admire your car here for just one more second. But again, that's what Autobahn's all about, the friends and family and the camaraderie that we have here. So we're going to kick it over to a couple of commercials, and we're going to catch you right back here on the Autobahn Country Club live stream.
We're here at the acclaimed Daytona International Speedway to show the Blazer EVSS in a way it's never been seen. It's beautiful with a sleek and dynamic design, but performance is in our DNA. And what better way to put the Blazer EVSS to the paces than having Team Chevy NASCAR drivers Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain get behind the wheel?
She looks fast.
Sure does.
You want to see what she's got?
Let's go.
All right. Yoo-hoo!
This is a Blazer EVSS. Let's see what wild mode can do.
Let's go. Yes! So much torque.
This is what performance sounds like.
What a ride. You think the Cup car will be that smooth? My turn to drive.
From 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Experience the sound of performance.
Yeah, I was definitely faster than Daniel.
In motorsports, a driver has to be at peak performance the moment they put on their helmet. There's no compromises, no room for error, and definitely no excuses. That's why Autobahn is excited to announce our latest series called Time Attack. On Sundays of festival weekends, members are invited to bring their street legal, unmodified cars to compete for timed laps around our 3.5-mile road course. What is Time Attack? It's a single car, one lap test of a driver's ability to push their vehicle to the absolute limits against the clock in order to achieve the fastest lap possible. We have two classes, cars under 300 horsepower and over 300 horsepower. But it's not just about raw power, it's the combination of driver skill and performance. That's it. You need to lay it all on the line for that one perfect lap. Can you perform under that pressure? Do you have what it takes to become Autobahn's first Time Attack champion?
At Lexus, our motto is you have to feel it to believe it. Experience the exhilaration of the Lexus Performance line.
Welcome to Kart Circuit Autobahn, home of the best arrive and drive karting in the Chicagoland area. This is our brand new fleet of CRG Centurion rental karts that go 50 miles an hour. They're fast, fun, and safe. They are also built for the driver that has the need for speed. Come on out and show us what you got.
Defying nature. It's what defines the all-new 2024 Corvette E-Ray. The quickest Corvette ever, with 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. An electrified all-wheel drive that handles all 4 seasons. A supercar of contrasts. It's everything you never expected. One like none.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for our final race for Spec Miata, Heat 3. This is going to be an exhilarating race, no doubt. The positions for this race determine who gets the podium and who doesn't want to be on the podium. So, as we have our pace car first out, I will go over our positions. In first place, it would make sense that we have Taro Kishida, and in second place, Jake Malter. He has had a really good run so far. 3 is Ethan Tyler, and he will have our in-car camera that we can hopefully pan to at some point. 4th is Mike Bernardi. 5th, Gavin Leitzman, our youngster, our 14-year-old. Hopefully we'll see where he goes. 6 is Mike Ryan. 7 is Greg Sorg. 8 is Dave Hicks. 9, Scott Ballard. And 10, Matt Alexander. So, as we have our lineup for their final race for Spec Miata Top 10, we really want to see what happens, and the pace car is out.
It's pulling out right now. As the pace car pulls out, the field is going to line up behind that pace car. As you see cars entering the field, you can also see at the top of your screen the other members that are lapping on our 1.4 mile north course as well. So that's what makes Autobahn the mecca of motorsports, is we have racing on South Track, we've got lapping on North Track. Now, also I want you to know, because Julia, I know you love 2 wheels. I also love 2 wheels, okay? So while the field gets lined up, I want to tell you that we do all different types of motorsports here. Earlier, we were talking about the kart track, where drivers as young as 6 years old can get involved in motorsports by driving karts. But we also have motorcycle track days as well, so members and guests can bring their motorcycles out, and we have specially designed sessions to ride your motorcycle. And Julia, we got to get you out on track one of these days.
I would not be opposed to that one bit. I do love 2 wheels. In fact, this upcoming weekend, we have Sport Bike Track Time coming here. So that will be very exciting. But right now, of course, we are with the 4
let's get back.
wheels.
Yeah, let's get let's get back to the cagers, okay? And the 4 wheels as they swerve back and forth, warming up their tires. But I wanted to point out that we do all types of motorsports here. So, and again, we also have all different type of social activities as well. But we want to give a shout out to all of our performance fleet partners as well, where members and their guests can drive Audis, BMWs, Cadillacs, Chevrolet, Fords, Lexus, and various other manufacturers that Autobahn has partnered with. They can drive the latest and greatest cars out on track as well. So a huge member benefit for that. Another benefit is that members get track access 6 days a week, 7 months out of the year, one of these 2 racetracks, and sometimes we combine these tracks for the members, so you could be driving on 3.5 miles of tricky yet rewarding racetrack here. And speaking of full track, our next broadcast is going to be July 20th. So mark your calendars right now for July 20th for Festival of Speed. That is going to be all day, non-stop racing. We have Spec Miata races. We have GT races. We have radical races, Wings and Things races. We have karting. We have live music. We have drag racing. Just an absolute party here at Autobahn. So you're going to want to check that out July 20th. That's going to be coming up for our next broadcast. But right now, the first pace lap has been completed. One more time around before we get to the green flag. So, here we go.
Taro Kushida and Jake Malter and Ethan Tyler coming into corner 2 here, into 3. I wonder, what are they feeling inside the cars? Are they all jittery? We see them doing their back and forth a little bit, a little shimmy to get out the nerves maybe, also to warm up their tires, technically.
Well, we've been talking a lot about Taro Kushida, and I know exactly what is running through his mind right now. And he is just 100% focused on exactly what he's doing. Now, some of the other drivers, hopefully they're just as focused as well, especially when you make it into this level of racing here, this SM class. These are the professionals. These are the guys that are out there driving almost every day, honing their craft and working on their cars and on their racecraft. So that way they are still some of the best drivers in the country. I would put any Autobahn member up against some other racing series drivers, and routinely these drivers do. They go elsewhere and compete in SCCA and in NASA, other series, and routinely they come out on top. But it looks like the field is going to be coming around, and the lights are coming off around turn 10 of the pace car as we get ready for the green flag. The top field right now, Taro Kushida out in front, Jake Malter in second with Ethan Tyler and Mike Bernardi and Gavin Gleitzman. That's your top 5 right now as we are in car with Ethan Tyler as he warms up his tires, his brakes, and himself as they get ready for battle.
One thing about Ethan is that one of his majors was finance. He is in econ right now, working in Chicago with that. So he has a very analytical brain as well. And so we talk about Taro being analytical, but all of these drivers are in some way or another.
Absolutely, and you're going to need all that analytical skill right now to figure out how to get around some of his competitors as they come around the final corner. Once again, waiting for that green flag. Everyone holds their breath, and there it goes. We are racing. We are green, green, green. Here we go. As everyone starts to fan out, Taro out in front. Jake Malter's getting pushed to the outside as Ethan Tyler moves into second place, but now into that quick left-hander of turn 3. Malter could come out on top as well, but good, clean racing so far on board. Look how fast we're going through turn 4, and it is Ethan Tyler into second place. In the upper left-hand corner, you can see Jake Malter all over the rear bumper, and Gleitzman moving up into 4th position as well as he takes a little bit of a shallower line, trying to make up some ground and catch that red, white, and blue 6.9 of Jake Malter. But Bernardi in that red and black Miata is not out of this just yet. He wants to teach that youngster a thing or two as well. But right now, some good hard racing on this first opening lap. There are only 10 laps in this race. So it is definitely going to be a sprint to the finish.
If we thought the heat was on before, it is most definitely on now with fewer laps. And it looks like there is, we're going into turn 11. Everyone there, 5-1. Ooh, Gavin has, he took a little position there into 4th.
Well, yeah, so looks like Bernardi all over the rear bumper. Could he be getting into Gavin's head? And hoping that Gleitzman makes a mistake. And a big move by Matt Alexander in the 157, trying to get around the 120 of Mike Ryan. So some great battles going on mid-pack here. And it does look like Bernardi got around Gleitzman in turn 1. So right now, and Matt Alexander also quickly making up ground. Greg Sorg is also battling in that multicolored 7-1. I believe that is Mike Ryan as they go door handle to door handle through turn 5. very treacherous to get through there as well. And now into turn 6, the field starts thinning themselves out, but Bernardi sitting in 4th place, getting around Gleitzman. So Gavin is tenacious. He is going to want that position back, and he is going to do everything he possibly can to make that happen. But he has 9 laps remaining in order to do it. On board once again with Ethan Tyler. Look at that. Wow, we've been talking about this all day. It is Ethan Tyler and Taro Kishida, both analytical mindsets, both just masters of this game here as they navigate through turns 11 and 12, just flying around this course.
And as we are going into 13 now, there is some competition here.
That's
fighting in the back.
Dave Hicks. Dave Hicks getting around Greg Sorg. So Greg Sorg having an unusual day today. Normally he is in the front of the pack, but it looks like today is just not working out for him. So, but don't count him out just yet. Greg Sorg definitely a fighter and is going to make his way back, hopefully. But look at that. Matt Alexander gets around Gavin Gleitzman as well. So, oh my gosh, are we going to get run over here? Wow. Great shots by our drone. Woo, I almost jumped out of my seat to get out of the way. Woo, that's a phenomenal shot right there. And that's what Autobahn production is all about, giving you in-person views that you just can't get anywhere else. So step aside, ESPN. Here comes the Autobahn broadcast. Okay. As you can tell, we are just having an absolute blast up here in the Autobahn announcer booth. Look at that. The drone, again, sweeping beautiful views as you see the Garage Mahals in the background. But right now, our eyes are glued to this racetrack and these competitors as well. Whew. Man, I absolutely love this. I mean, if you love racing, you need to like and subscribe because we do this almost every 2 weeks. We have a race and we have 8 live streams a year, and with racing that is just as good as this. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit back and watch this?
I'll be honest, Kyle. A while ago, I didn't really have as much appreciation for the Miatas, but now I completely respect this racing. It is so cool to watch as they get so close together, and the sound of them, like, look, we have Mike Bernardi. He's so close behind. This is just, I'm almost out of breath.
That's right. Me too. I mean, this is just, it is breathtaking.
Yeah.
Watching these races. And I mean, you get emotionally involved as well. We know these drivers. We are rooting on. We want everyone to win. Okay. But ultimately, we know that there has to be someone standing at the top of the podium. And who's it going to be? 7 laps remaining. Okay. As we get, look out. Oh, I love these drone shots. You don't get that anywhere else. As we fly over the turn 10, and now he pulls up, and we could see how beautiful a view that is as they come down that back straightaway between turns 10 and 11. Close to over 100 miles an hour in these little mighty Miatas. Okay, 127 horsepower on a good day, but with this heat, there's going to be some engine soak. There's going to be some heat soak. The brakes and the tires, okay? Tires, you want them nice and sticky, but you don't want them greasy. And that's with this heat, that's what that's going to bring. So, can these drivers battle each other and the elements?
Ethan Tyler looks like he is trying so hard to make an attempt to get past Taro. He might just be able to going into the next turns, potentially when we're getting into 6 and 7.
All right, I know we've been saying this a lot, but both of these drivers, methodical. But Ethan Tyler is like a carpenter building stairs. He's always thinking one step ahead, okay? And he's thinking, where should I make my move? Should I do it in turn 11? Should I do it in turn 1? What about coming up right now into turn 8? Is he thinking about it? I mean, 100 miles an hour, but no, he stays right behind him. He's trying to gain the draft off of Taro, and he might just sit back and wait until the last lap to make that final push and try and get around Taro Kishida.
I think that draft really does come into play because as we can see, before almost getting up to 100 miles an hour down the straightaway, these are small but mighty Miatas, and you might not realize just how fast they're going. So that draft trying to... lockup from Bernardi, but he was able to maintain it. Jake Malter still currently in third place, but Bernardi all over the rear end, and Matt Alexander. Could Bernardi and Alexander possibly work together to get around Malter? Look at that. So, no, actually, looks like Alexander breaks that draft. Now, in Spec Miata, there is a little bit of bump drafting as well, so drivers can help each other kind of pick up some positions. But right now, there's a battle for first and second. There's a battle third, fourth, and fifth. There's battles everywhere around here. All right, the drone coming through. Ethan Tyler onto the inside. Nope, he's going to bide his time. All right, he has time in his hands like a wristwatch. So he goes. Yep, he's just going to sit back. But he wants to keep pressure on Taro, and there goes Mike Bernardi. Mike Bernardi trying to make a move to the inside on Jake Malter. They go off. No. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Mike Bernardi hasn't been this disappointed since Shrek 2. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's unfortunate for Mike Bernardi. Oh, as he goes sliding off of the racetrack. Great for Jake Malter, and Gavin Gleitzman capitalizes as well. But here is the front runners once again. Oh my gosh, this is just great. Good, clean racing, unfortunately for Bernardi. He is going to be kicking himself right now. But 5 laps remain, and we have seen Mike Bernardi come back from worse. So he may be down, but he is not out. I don't know where that came from. I think it came from your soul, honestly.
I think so. I was really disappointed with Shrek 2. Okay. All right.
But anyways, yes, as we are continuing on, Kyle is very right that it's possible he can come back from this.
That's a heartbreaker.
Yes.
But
that's part of racing, though. Unfortunately, wow. It is a competition. They are... Here? No.
It really shows the speed that these cars are traveling. You look at the speedometer and you're doing, 70 miles an hour. You say, I do that on the expressway, every day. But you don't do it with cars being just inches from your mirror. And that's what they are doing. They've been doing this for 10 laps over and over again. Okay, the podium is on the line. They want to raise that trophy over their head. And the pride that comes from winning a race like this, it's just hard-fought battles bring out the excitement and the passion that all of these competitors have in this sport.
Exactly, and there is some battle in the back here too. It looks like potentially using the draft, trying to get ahead.
Yeah, Dave Hicks, right?
Yeah,
Dave Hicks right behind. I believe that was Mike Ryan in the 120. Here they come. Let's see. Yeah, Greg Sorg right back in it as well. He's trying to get around Mike Ryan. Swerving this way and that way, saying, excuse me, I would like to come through now. But Mike Ryan says, not today, my friend. Okay? So there's going to be a good battle there with Greg Sorg, Mike Ryan, Dave Hicks in that 2.5, and the 1.9 of Scott Ballard as well. He had a disappointing second race, but right now sitting comfortably in front of this pack for the third heat race.
And this is how you know these people are professionals who take their craft so seriously, because they are constantly no matter what position they are in. Just like Ethan Tyler is fighting so hard against Taro right now. I'm very curious to see what his technique is going to be as we're getting close to finishing this third lap. But as we've seen so many times in the last 1 and 2 laps, anything can happen.
Absolutely. So we have spectators all around this racetrack. They are cheering on their favorite drivers, and they are just as excited as we are watching these races. We've got a beautiful observation deck where a lot of the members hang out. They also hang out in their garage mahals as well, and the condos around the track. And not to mention, they're watching this because we are live streaming this directly into the clubhouse as well. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. And again, like and subscribe, because there's just great racing content. I mean, who doesn't love this?
I love, Kyle, you're trying to be the motorsports internet enthusiast, liking and subscribing, but it's very true. Where else are you going to get such curated content like this with people who are genuinely enthusiastic about this and love watching it, love racing? Everyone here does, everyone watching does. Thank you for your support. Thank you to all of our sponsors for their support as well. I know you get excited. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're back in car with Ethan Tyler. Now, Taro, the professor, has started to open up a little bit of a gap. Is that Taro pulling away? Is that Ethan Tyler giving him a false sense of hope before he crushes Taro's dreams and makes a last-minute pass? I don't know. Time will tell, but the laps are winding down, and Ethan Tyler's got to make a move soon in order for him to be on the podium. I don't even know what exactly to say, because it's just gripping to try and see what is going to happen. I'm not sure. Do you have any guesses, Kyle? Do you think Taro is going to reign supreme, or that Ethan Tyler might? Oh, and white flag is out. We are on our final lap right now. Every second counts.
Absolutely. White flag is out, but that does not mean we are surrendering. That means it is game on. Okay, like you said, every second counts, and these lap times are getting faster and faster, so these competitors are pushing each other to the absolute limit of these vehicles. And as you can see, flying through turn 4, right now, Taro still out in front. Oh, a little love tap saying, hey, excuse me, I'm right here, as Ethan Tyler and Taro Kishida battle it out through turn 6, and they're currently in 3rd place. Who is that? All right, well, we're back in car with Ethan Tyler. He's looking towards the outside. Defensive position coming from, oh, that was Matt Alexander in 3rd place. Oh, thank you. Yep. Here we go. All right, now turn 10. Vital corner to get as much speed off of this last corner to see if you can get a run. You're going to tuck in right behind Taro Kishida and dive into that draft, trying to get any advantage as you possibly can. Taro driving down the middle of the road. Ethan Tyler to the outside. Can he do the over-under through 11? Or can Taro hold him off? It looks like it's going to be Taro holding off Ethan Tyler. Is there going to be a last-minute dash into turn 13? Who's going to come out on top? Folks, this is going to be a nail-biter. It's anybody's guess right now. As the checkered flag is flying, double checkers, it's Taro Kishida. Oh, Ethan Tyler in 2nd place, followed by Matt Alexander. Jake Malter takes home 4th place. Phenomenal racing. Gavin Gleitzman, it appears he's in 4th place. Matt Alexander, oh, nope. Gavin Gleitzman is in 5th place. And Mike Bernardi, Scott Ballard, Dave Hicks, Mike Ryan, and Greg Sword round out the top 10 in this exciting Spec Miata Heat 3 final race. So now, what's going to happen is race control is going to tabulate all of the points scored from all 3 races, and whoever has the lowest amount of points is going to be your winner. So, while they're doing that, also these cars are going to come around. They're going to go, certain cars are going to be called in for technical inspection. Okay, so here are your Spec Miata top 10 finishers. Taro Kishida with a phenomenal race. Ethan Tyler, he tried so hard, but he just couldn't get around that number 60 of Taro Kishida. Matt Alexander, a great drive. Yeah, Matt Alexander coming from, where was he? He was
10th.
He was in 10th place, moved all the way into 3rd place. Jake Malter as well. Gavin Gleitzman, phenomenal race from the Gleitzman. Mike Bernardi, Scott Ballard, Dave Hicks. Dave Hicks had a great race. He was nice and clean in that 2.5 Spec Miata. Mike Ryan and Greg Sorg. There we go. Spelled it right. Greg Sorg round out your top 10. So, to finish my thought, these cars are going to be going into impound, where we are going to inspect, and we reserve the right to inspect anything that the race director wants to see, to ensure that everyone is legal, and because that's what we want. We want good, clean, legal races here.
We really do want it to be as fair as possible and truly skill-based, and not something where someone could change their tires after qualifying in one race and the next race. So there are limitations on things like that, and so we're very grateful for our tech crew.
And you just got a glimpse of what it looks like in tech, as we have some of our tech inspectors inspecting Ethan Tyler's car, making sure that he is legal. And now the final race of the day is going to be SM2, coming up just shortly after these commercials.
At Lexus, our motto is you have to feel it to believe it. Experience the exhilaration of the Lexus Performance line.
We're here at the acclaimed Daytona International Speedway to show the Blazer EVSS in a way it's never been seen. It's beautiful with a sleek and dynamic design, but performance is in our DNA. And what better way to put the Blazer EVSS to the paces than having Team Chevy NASCAR drivers Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain get behind the wheel.
She looks fast.
Sure does.
You want to see what she's got?
Let's go.
All right. Yoo-hoo!
This is a Blazer EVSS. Let's see what wild mode can do.
Let's go. Yes! So much torque.
This is what performance sounds like.
What a ride. You think the Cup car will be that smooth? My turn to drive.
From 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Experience the sound of performance.
Yeah, I was definitely faster than Daniel.
In motorsports, a driver has to be at peak performance the moment they put on their helmet. There's no compromises, no room for error, and definitely no excuses. That's why Autobahn is excited to announce our latest series called Time Attack. On Sundays of festival weekends, members are invited to bring their street legal, unmodified cars to compete for timed laps around our 3.5-mile road course. What is Time Attack? It's a single car, one lap test of a driver's ability to push their vehicle to the absolute limits against the clock in order to achieve the fastest lap possible. We have two classes, cars under 300 horsepower and over 300 horsepower. But it's not just about raw power, it's the combination of driver skill and performance. That's it. You need to lay it all on the line for that one perfect lap. Can you perform under that pressure? Do you have what it takes to become Autobahn's first Time Attack champion?
Welcome to Kart Circuit Autobahn, home of the best arrive and drive karting in the Chicagoland area. This is our brand new fleet of CRG Centurion rental karts that go 50 miles an hour. They're fast, fun, and safe. They are also built for the driver that has the need for speed. Come on out and show us what you got.
Defying nature. It's what defines the all-new 2024 Corvette E-Ray. The quickest Corvette ever, with 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. An electrified all-wheel drive that handles all 4 seasons. A supercar of contrasts. It's everything you never expected. One like none.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final race in this 3-heat race Triple Crown here at Autobahn Country Club. Once again, our fierce competitors in their mighty Miatas for the SM2 category are taking the course right now. Your top 10 positions, starting out in first place, is car 229, the Silent Assassin, Jeff Newman. In second place, in front of his hometown crowd, car number 27 of Sean Bonet. And I wonder who's in the wonder car, number 81, Emmett Ryan. Number 1, in our hearts at least, is Alan Zolter. In fifth place and car number 4 with our in-car camera is Kevin Laffridge, about to do some donuts. It looks like he is weaving violently out there on track, trying to warm up those tires. Car number in starting position in number 6, 427, Bruce Malter. Number 06 In 7th position, Chris Demizio. In 8th position, we've got Norm Malter. 9 is the 808 Bob Reisinger. In 10th position, we've got car 007 of Andre Van Vuren. And following right behind him is going to be number 66 of Adam Lavelle. Unfortunately, I believe due to an incident in the previous race, I believe car number 72, Gary Traverso, and car number 710 of Tim Miller are both scratches in this race, bringing the total car count to 11 cars. This is going to be the final race with only 10 laps for these competitors out on our 2.1 mile South track.
Absolutely beautiful shot down the straightaway here. The clouds in the sky, the exhilaration in the air right now with our final race of the day. I can't wait to see what happens. I really don't know what's going to happen. I might have a little bit of a bias for 81 because Billy, the ballad of Bully, you know.
You do. You are a huge fan
yes.
of Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Okay. Ricky Bibi. Okay. And that is a great wrap job on the number 81 of Emmett Ryan, who has been a phenom today, doing exceptionally well in all of 3 races today. So we're going to keep a close eye on Emmett Ryan. Also, a couple of other notable drivers. We have the in-car camera with Kevin Laffridge. Okay. Andre Van Vuren, 007, the South African, looking to make a name for himself today. He is a little further down in the pack, but hopefully he's going to make some moves and be right up as one of the front runners.
He said himself earlier today when we were talking that he was watching Max Verstappen this morning in F1 and really admiring his drafting technique. So perhaps he will be able to weave his way up there.
And look at that. We have another car sitting on pit lane that is trying to re-enter the race. Is that 808 Bob? And also the orange of Alan Zolcher. So, new development here. I thought they were in line. I knew we were a couple cars short. But let's see. It looks like our grid marshal is speaking with the driver, seeing if Alan can get underway. And, yes, he is being released from pit lane. Now, let's see if he can make his way and catch up to the field as we see our top 10. So Alan Zolcher will be starting in the back of the pack along with Bob Reisinger. Okay, so they will not be able to gain any positions. So the top 10, as you see on your screen, Jeff Newman, Sean Benet, Emmett Ryan, alongside Kevin Laffridge, Bruce Malter, Chris Demizio. So everyone moving on up to the south side for the South Track race. That was before your time, Julia. All right. It's a great reference. Some of you older members might get that joke. But we got Norm Malter, Andre Van Vuren, Bob Reisinger, and Alan Zolcher rounding out the top 10. Unfortunately, Tim Miller and Gary Traverso appear to be a scratch due to that earlier incident. And here we go. Everyone is doubled up side by side. Look how close they're getting. Ready to battle it out for 10 laps. The lights are off on the pace car. That means that pace car will be pulling off in that beautiful Lexus LC500. Let's see if Bob and Alan can make up some ground. Looks like Alan is coming down the back straightaway now, so he's still going to be behind. There's Bob as well, trying to catch the back of the pack. But right now, all eyes on the starter stand as we wait for the green flag. And there it is. We are racing, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Newman gets a quick jump, and he's taking the inside line. But there's Kevin Lafferage making it 3 wide into turn 1. You can definitely you can't win a race going into turn 1, but you certainly can lose a race going into turn 1 as they squeeze into the bottleneck of turn 3. Looks like it's nice and clean with Newman still out in front, but Benet settling into second place. But the battle is between the Wonder Car and Kevin Lafferage. And looks like they are door handle to door handle, side by side, going in through 5. Look at that. Second, third, fourth place is going to be a nice little battle, but Kevin Lafferage gets around Emmett Ryan to take third place for now.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Exactly right. We are coming down now into turn 8 and then into turn 10 in the straightaway. This is where you have to go a little bit. And we
it looks like Newman's now on the inside, but Benet on the outside. Now that's going to set each other up perfectly for Sean Benet because he's going to have the inside line in through turn 11. Oh no, we cannot go 3 wide into 11. Gentlemen, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Wait,
okay.
Ashley.
All right, here we go, folks. Hang on to your hats because, it looks like Newman comes out on top nice and clean, but we've got another lawnmower out there shortcutting through 11, but it looks like he was able to get back out on the track cleanly as well. But look at that.
Wonder Bread.
Oh, Wonder Bread. The Emmett Ryan right there alongside Kevin Lafferage. So who's going to come out? Oh, and Emmett Ryan into the inside of turn 1. And can Emmett Ryan also make a move on second position of Sean Benet? No, Benet is going to take back. And Kevin Lafferage capitalizes well. No, don't go 3 wide into 4.
Again.
My poor little heart cannot take this. Oh, my gosh. Kevin Lafferage goes through like Moses splitting the Red Sea. He parts the cars and makes it stick into turn 5. Kevin Lafferage has moved into a podium position in turn 5, and now looking into turn 6, he's going to make a move on Emmett Ryan. Does he have the horsepower to make it stick into turn 7? The slight kink hard onto the brakes into turn 8, and yes, he does. So Kevin Lafferage moving into second position, and also looks like Sean Benet is going to try and solidify his third spot right now. Julia, tell us what is going on in this race.
I'm sure right now Jeff Newman in first place is glad to take just a little deep breath because he's leading the pack as we're going down into 11. They are in single file. It really does look like 8-1 Emmett. We was trying to make a pass on 2-7, but they are just straight in line going back into the start stand, and things are pretty set right now, except
don't say that. Don't say that because you know what?
I'm not jinxing it because we still have 8 laps left. Who knows what's going to happen as we're coming out of the first turn?
Oh my gosh. Oh, we've only had 2 laps, and you would think the way that these drivers are fighting for each and every inch of this racetrack, you would think that this is the last lap of the Indy 500. But no, it's right here in the crown jewel of Joliet, Illinois, Autobahn Country Club. All this action is going on. Phenomenal stuff here. And it looks like Alan Zolcher has caught up to the pack. So hopefully after that disastrous start, he is able to make up some ground and get some all-important points in the overall championship. So there is Greg Newman, followed by Kevin Lafferage as they come through turn 8. Sean Benet sitting in third place. Emmett Ryan in fourth place. Okay, slowing that car down. And that all-important run coming out of turn 10 down to 11. Kevin Lafferage is just on a tear. He is just making moves all over the place. Wow. And look at that. He's using all of that 40-foot wide racetrack and filling up the mirrors of Jeff Newman, trying to get inside of his head. as everyone, oh, wow, we've got some battles at the front of the pack again. Kevin Laffridge not giving an inch. Okay, the laps winding down. I believe we have 6 laps remaining. Oh, 7 laps.
7.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
okay. He runs a little wide. He did dip a wheel off into the grass. That's going to slow him down ever so slightly. But Kevin Laffridge just apparently has the speed around this course. But don't forget, Sean Bonet sitting in 3rd place. He, too, might be patiently waiting to make a move. Okay?
No, you're right. It is all about strategies. Clearly, Kevin was so close to making that, but no cigar, as they say. And, but again, he's maybe going for the inside turn as we're at that little kink here. It is all about strategy.
There he goes. He's trying to make a move into turn 8.
He did.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Folks, are you not glued to your screen? Because Sean Bonet capitalizes and takes the lead after an unusual mistake from Jeff Newman, the silent assassin. But we are three wide into turn 11 here. And it is still anybody's race. But Emmett Ryan in a great position to make a pass on Jeff Newman. But no, Newman says, not today. And Kevin Laffridge is right there as well. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could keep doing this, Julia. Okay, I can't. I have enough gray hairs as it is. Okay. This is just exciting here, folks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so after I catch my breath, okay, Sean Bonet out in front, okay, followed by Jeff Newman, Emmett Ryan, and now we're in car with Kevin Laffridge. I think we're more excited than the drivers are.
That is absolutely insane with Sean Bonet. He's right from here, so his family really maybe.
Kevin Laffridge making a move. No. Smart move, Kevin.
Is it? I mean, who knows exactly what's going through their head right now?
Yeah, Kevin Laffridge just wants this so bad, it appears. I mean, he is fighting tooth and nail, trying to make every opportunity. So, great racing here. Great heads-up racing. No. A little love tap from behind from Kevin Laffridge. That's going to push Emmett Ryan off into the grass. Hard on the brakes there. But this is great news for Sean Bonet as he opens up a gap. Jeff Newman sitting comfortably in second place as well. So, Laffridge in third. But now look at that all-red car. That is 06 of Chris Demizio and also 427 of Norm Malter. Who was that? Oh, no. And we've got was that a spin? Oh, no, that is Mr. Fire himself, 007. Van Vuren spins in 11. But also, we need to talk about the great move. I believe that was Bob Reisinger that made that move. And there is Bob. Yeah. 808 Bob is right behind Kevin Laffridge. So, Bob, from a rags to riches story as he currently moves into fourth place. So great driving by Bob. But now he has to contend with Kevin Laffridge. There's Chris Demizio, Emmett Ryan, and I believe that last car there was 427 of Bruce Malter. Here they come, flying past our drone. Look at those great shots. Okay, Julia, why don't we take a moment, thank our sponsors, okay, as we collect ourselves. And there they are, Cutting Edge Graphics and First Bank Processing.
Thank you so much to them. We could not do it without you. Seriously, bringing this all to life for you guys to watch, for us to be here. Thank you to Signature Production Group. Sincerely, it's what makes racing like this possible, and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm sure all of these drivers are so grateful to be able to have this opportunity as well. We're all just ecstatic here. So thank you to everyone watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that jazz.
All right, and one last thing. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary here at Autobahn Country Club. So it's crazy to think that Autobahn is one of the first country club racetracks in the country, if not the world, and now over 80% of racetracks being built today have a club component, and it all started right here with Autobahn Country Club. And I'd say, dare I say, out of all of the clubs, we have some of the best racers, bar none. So if you are a member at another club and you want to see if you're better than some of our Autobahn members, let's talk. Maybe we can set up a grudge race. But right now, the racing is heating up on South Track as we as the laps wind down. We have 4 laps remaining, and it's still anybody's race.
We're coming now into turn 8 and 9. This is where they have to go a little bit slower. They have to be careful, a little patient, and then try to accelerate as much as they can down the straightaway here. We have, oh, no.
That's
very good.
Alan Culture.
Yeah.
Alan's catching up.
Coming ahead.
All right, let's take a look at our lap times as well. Sean Bonet with a blisteringly fast 1 minute 40.6. So that is why he is out in the lead. But Kevin Laffridge actually had a slightly faster lap time, but he has some ground to make up as Benet starts opening up that comfortable lead. Then we have the silent assassin of Jeff Newman. And look at that, Chris Demizio in that all red. He's going to be battling Norm Malter in that 427. Different lines coming through turn 1. And it looks like Demizio's still going to hold off Norm Malter by taking that shallow line through turn 3. But Malter making a move on the inside of turn 4. Let's see if that sticks. Chris Demizio says no. Closes the door on the nose of Malter, but that is not going to hold him off for very much longer. But the laps are winding down, and that's probably one of great battles that we've got going on here.
It's really interesting to see when they take the outside versus the inside corner, the different strategies they have. Here, when we're seeing Kevin, the in-car footage is exhilarating.
Now, you bring up a good point. We've got the inside line and the outside line. With the amount of racing that we've had on South Track today, a lot of rubber from the tires break off and are on the outside of these corners. And that rubber is called marbles. And when you start driving over those bits of rubber, it actually feels like driving on marbles. So it's very tricky and tumultuous to be driving on those outside lines. So you have to be very, very careful. But that just goes to show the skill and precision that these drivers have. But still, the battle again is Demizio and Malter right now. So that is your closest battle right now as they compete for 6th and 7th place respectively. As we take a little breather here. But you know what, folks? There are 2 laps remaining. So here we go, okay? This is where you lay it all on the line. This is what all that practice, all that hard work, all that passion comes to fruition is going to be on these last 2 laps. These drivers are battling their competitors. They're battling the heat. I mean, it's currently like 90 degrees outside with in-car temperatures well over 120 degrees. So they have to stay mentally focused and be able to perform under the pressure and these conditions for these last 2 laps.
And as we're going into this final lap here, that is also part of it in the sense that they're battling themselves. This anticipation, this stress, all of the times leading up into this moment with the white flag down. And
there
we are
go.
in the final lap of this race. Kevin and his footage, he is still in 3rd place. It looks like Sean and Jeff battling out a little bit in 1st and 2nd, but Sean is pulling ahead. And here
Demizio and Malter. Okay, once again, so Malter on the inside of Demizio. He is going to get around him. Can Demizio reel him back in and make a last-minute pass? We'll see. As right now, Sean Bonet, what is going through his mind right now? Is he trying just not to get too excited, hoping for a win? Oh, but right now he sees Newman in the back of his mirror. Newman runs a little wide, late on the brakes, trying to make up some ground to get to Benet. But right now he's leading by about 4 car lengths, which is a fairly comfortable lead. But do not rest on your laurels, Benet. Okay, come on, Sean. You can do it. Stay focused, which I know you will, but also, come on, Jeff Newman. Let's make this exciting like these previous races. I'm cheering on everybody here, but it looks like right now the time will tell, and I believe time is on Benet's side right now as he comes around turn 13. Yeah, it is going to be Sean Benet with the double checkers out. Ooh. Oh, he's pumping his fist in the air. Congratulations, Sean Benet, followed by Jeff Newman and Kevin Laffridge. Those are your top 3 in this 3rd heat race. And it looks like Alan Zolcher also got around Chris Demizio as well. So Zolcher making up some places, and there is Andre Van Vuren as well with that unfortunate spin in turn 11, and he gets his day in the sun as well with those beautiful double checkers. Now, Sean Benet, Jeff Newman, and Kevin Laffridge, while they did finish 1, 2, 3 in this race, doesn't mean that they get on the podium, okay? Because again, your finishing positions will get a certain number of points, and the car with the least amount of points is going to be up on the podium. Speaking of podium, stick around after these commercial breaks. We are going to jump on over to the podium for the award ceremony. Right there, that is your top 10. Sean Benet is your winner in the 3rd heat race, followed by Jeff Newman, Kevin Laffridge. Bob Riesinger moves into 4th place with Emmett Ryan, Bruce Malter. Alan Zolcher clawed his way back up, getting around Chris Demizio, Andre Van Vuren, and Norm Malter round out the top 10 finishing order. So once again, as we get some beautiful shots from our drone of our kart track and the South Track and all the activity that is going on here at Autobahn Country Club, stick around because we are getting ready for our podium celebration as we come back in just a few moments.
Defying nature. It's It's what defines the all-new 2024 Corvette E-Ray. The quickest Corvette ever, with 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. An electrified all-wheel drive that handles all 4 seasons. A supercar of contrasts. It's everything you never expected. One like none.
At Lexus, our motto is you have to feel it to believe it. Experience the exhilaration of the Lexus Performance line.
Welcome to Kart Circuit Autobahn, home of the best arrive and drive karting in the Chicagoland area. This is our brand new fleet of CRG Centurion rental karts that go 50 miles an hour. They're fast, fun, and safe. They are also built for the driver that has the need for speed. Come on out and show us what you got.
We're here at the acclaimed Daytona International Speedway to show the Blazer EVSS in a way it's never been seen. It's beautiful with a sleek and dynamic design, but performance is in our DNA. And what better way to put the Blazer EVSS to the paces than having Team Chevy NASCAR drivers Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain get behind the wheel.
She looks fast.
Sure does.
You want to see what she's got?
Let's go.
All right. Yoo!
This is a Blazer EVSS. Let's see what wild mode can do.
Let's go. Yes! So much torque.
This is what performance sounds like.
What a ride. You think the Cup car will be that smooth? My turn to drive.
From 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Experience the sound of performance.
Yeah, I was definitely faster than Daniel.
In motorsports, a driver has to be at peak performance the moment they put on their helmet. There's no compromises, no room for error, and definitely no excuses. That's why Autobahn is excited to announce our latest series called Time Attack. On Sundays of festival weekends, members are invited to bring their street legal, unmodified cars to compete for timed laps around our 3.5-mile road course. What is Time Attack? It's a single car, one lap test of a driver's ability to push their vehicle to the absolute limits against the clock in order to achieve the fastest lap possible. We have two classes, cars under 300 horsepower and over 300 horsepower. But it's not just about raw power, it's the combination of driver skill and performance. That's it. You need to lay it all on the line for that one perfect lap. Can you perform under that pressure? Do you have what it takes to become Autobahn's first Time Attack champion?
Podium ceremony. In third place with a total of 11 points. And remember, the lowest amount of points will be on the podium. So in third place, car number 81 of Emmett Ryan. Great job. Congratulations, Emmett. In second place, with only 7 points and technically tied for first place, but the tiebreaker goes to the third race finishing order. Yep. So that means second place goes to the silent assassin, Jeff Newman. Congratulations. Phenomenal racing from Jeff Newman. And that means your SM2 winner goes to Sean Bonet. Right on the bricks, you can go right up there. Yep, absolutely. All right, folks, one more time, give a big round of applause to our SM2 podium. SM2 class is brought to you by First Bank Card. Thank you for sponsoring this series. Great racing all day from everyone in the SM2 class. And now in Spec Miata, some great hard racing in this class. Your third place winner with 10 points car number 69 of Jake Malter. Congratulations, Jake. Great racing. In second place with 9 total points goes to car number 08, Ethan Tyler. Congratulations, great racing. And your winner for Spec Miata, winning race number 1, winning race number 2, and winning race number 3 for a total of only 3 points. Your winner goes to car number 60, the Professor, Mr. Taro Kashida. And since he won all 3 races, he technically swept the field. So ladies and gentlemen, give him another round of applause for cleaning up the competition. Taro Kashida, great drive, great racing from everyone. If you're watching at home, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified of when we go live next, which is going to be July 20th for our Festival of Speed. Everyone else here at Autobahn, thank you guys for a great day of racing. We'll see you in the bar.